Hey everyone, and welcome back to Building with Whip. Today we are back here in our single player world and we're gonna be doing some awesome stuff. The last episode we did there to there. And now we have a problem that we gotta take care of. These were our last shulker boxes of dirt, and you can see they're empty. This is one of our last shulker boxes of stone. Luckily, actually no it's not, we filled up a lot of these yesterday. I was just trying to be extra dramatic there. That's not the last shulker box of stone, those are all full. But yeah, so we got a bit of a problem we gotta take care of at the beginning of this episode. And also some cool news came out fairly recently. A new snapshot released for 1.13. No, we're not in it, but it has the first aquatic update features to it, which I think is just freaking awesome. So we got all of these shulker boxes here that used to be full of stone. Or not stone, sorry, dirt. And now they're no longer full of dirt. All of that dirt is up here. And over there, and all of that. And that actually looks really cool from above. I haven't really kind of looked at it from this angle yet. So cool, it does look pretty good. And down here, and right there. And all of this stuff is all custom, and we've been doing that over the last few episodes. If you're new, make sure you go check those. We started this at episode 76, and now this is 81. So we got a lot of cool stuff going here, but there's a few little things I want to fix up. Like that area's a little blocky looking. Anyways, snapshot news. New stuff came out, turtles and all those things, and kelp and the ocean remakes, and the water new features, the swimming animation, the trident. Oh man, there's a bunch of stuff. You can now right click with a axe on like a log and it'll strip the bark off of it. So that's pretty cool. So there's a bunch of new little features in there that are really, really interesting. I'm looking really forward to getting into messing around with those. I'm pretty pumped about that. I think that'll be really fun to go have some fun with that. Of course it would be fun to have fun with it. But yeah, so I'm really excited to see where that all is going. And I'm kind of want to be moving into a snapshot, but I really don't want to lose shaders and time-lapse and replay mod and all that stuff. So I'm kind of bummed. Anyways, let me know what you guys are looking forward to the most in that snapshot, because there's a lot of stuff going on and I'm kind of curious what you guys got to say. So what we got to do to start off today is we got to go ahead and get 2 more of these guys. So we got to get 40 emeralds and 2 books. Books are going to be the hard part. The emeralds are the easy part. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, the books are going to be the way, way hard part. So lots of wheat, lots of carrots, lots of potatoes. We can go ahead and get all this stuff up here, and that should be pretty good. Let me go ahead and find some resources right here, and we can hopefully get all that stuff going and get a lot of that stuff gathered up, and it should be pretty cool. All right, so I realized I didn't quite explain what we were going to be doing over here at the mending books. Is we need to get 2 more mending books because we got 2 shovels that are basically broken. I need to get those guys repaired up real quick so that we can actually go ahead and build some stuff. But before we do that, let me go ahead and find a good place where we can put this. We're going to make a really quick like crop growth area. We need something 3 high with a little bit extra space. I was kind of hoping we had a room in one of these houses. Maybe in the blacksmith. We might have some room back in this guy. Do we? I think that's enough space. I don't know. Let's try it. We can go ahead and move this bed over here though. So pretty much how this guy works is we go ahead and we place a block of dirt like that. We go ahead and place a dispenser, and we need to get a dispenser coming down up there. And we got to fill those all with bone meal, and we place an observer back here. Oh no, we need 1 more space back. Okay, we got to move this forward one sec, guys. Only having to move it for the 4th time now, but it's all hooked up and ready to go, I hope. So pretty much all you got to do back here is these are dispensers on the sides, top, and other side, and they're all full of bone meal. Then we got an observer on the back that has a redstone bit behind it that comes up to right there. This is an etho design, I believe. If we come in here, we had to lower it down a half slab so we can get in here. But basically, this area is in permanent darkness, and that causes crops to break. If we did this correctly, we should start seeing some crops. Yeah, so if you just hold right click, you'll see it's going to get a little loud in here, but you can see that the potato count is going up. So there's actually a way, as long as we have bone meal in here, of infinitely getting more and more crops. So we're going to use this in order to get those mending books, just so we can have a lot of crops grown in here. We'll make sure to leave a few stores of extra ones in here, just so we can have some stuff to do. But I'll see you guys once I have enough resources gathered. Honestly, didn't take super long, and we got some tasty pumpkin pie out of it. But we got 68 emeralds now, and we can go ahead and probably really need to go sleep here in a second. We're going to go ahead and toss these guys in here, and toss you, and do boop, and boop. Thank you for not locking in that trade, Mr. Villager. And let's go sleep so our villagers don't die, and I will go ahead and get these 2 shovels with mending on them, and then we'll head on out to the end, and I'll show you guys kind of what I've been working on there. I rebuilt the thing recently because I had to reset the end, so I'll show you guys what I did out there. It's pretty cool actually now. And yeah, so I'll see you guys there in just a sec. Well, that's super freaking nice. I just found freaking like 18 stacks of oak leaves right there. That's gonna be really, really nice. I'm glad I looked in that chest. Oh my god, there's more leaves. Nope, no more in there. Oh well. Can't remember if I've told you guys this or not, but we got all the ender dragons killed, and there are end portals literally going around this whole place, and it's gonna be freaking awesome, and we still have to go explore the end a bunch, so I need to do that here. We might do that on a live stream sooner rather than later, just so we can get some stuff. Anyways, I came through here with a bunch of concrete. I still gotta do this place, and I still gotta fix this ceiling. I hate this part. Just goes down. I think it's actually quicker to crouch almost than to do that. But it opens up down here to kind of a cool glass floor, so you can kind of see into the end and just get some cool stuff going. We're going to stop hitting our head on the ceiling here in just a second and actually be able to walk decently well. But down here is just a nice little pathway that leads out to our place. I wanted to make this kind of space-agey compared to everything else in the world, and I think it turned out pretty cool. So right down here, we got our end farm. I don't know what's going on with it. Last time I was here, it was not very efficient, but it should be fine now. I remade this whole inner area, and you can see a bunch of the Endermen there dropping down right in front of us in the end of the tunnel. Haha, end puns. But yeah, so what we got here to do, we got to kill all these guys. See, there's not that many of them. But I made a filtering system. We got the rest of our other stuff over in here. All this extra storage for stuff, which I'm actually going to go ahead and unload those guys into, just for now. And then down here is in end portal storage. So now we're only storing 4 chests of end pearls. And then the rest are all getting filtered off and just pooping out into the void, so we don't have to deal with them. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take all of our shovels out, which we got these guys, which both now have mending on them. And I'm gonna try and repair up all our tools, and then we're gonna go do some crazy, crazy dirt mining today, so we can actually get something moving in this episode. All right, guys, everything's all ready to go. We're done. We can say goodbye to the Ender now, and I'll meet you guys over at the place where we've been slowly excavating just massive amounts of dirt out of a plains biome that's a little bit farther away from our place, so it shouldn't be something we're building out in the near future. Shulker boxes are in place. We are back in our dirt farming biome pretty much. We stripped all this area here clean last time, and that was actually all 9 shulker boxes, amazingly enough. So we're gonna go ahead and kick this into time-lapse mode to get this guy started for today and clear out as much dirt as we